A fire displaces a large family in Nicholasville. We'll fill you in on what had happened.
Some felons will find it easier to find a job under new legislation signed yesterday by Governor Matt Bevin.
A painting found in a leaky French attic identified as a lost piece worth $136 million. That story ahead.
This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon. Sam Dick and Amber Philpott reporting. A fire destroyed a Jessamine County home, leaving a family of 9 people homeless.
It happened last night near downtown Nicholasville at the corner of West Brown Street and South 3rd Street. As WKYT's Caitlin Sentner reports, by the time crews arrived, smoke was pouring out of the home and the fire was already in the walls. It's our top story at 4:30.
I walk by here 6 days a week.
Ron Walker walks by the home at the corner of West Brown and South 3rd Streets. There's significant damage after a fire tore through the home Tuesday night, displacing a family of 9, 7 of them being children, according to a fundraising page online.
It's pretty quiet and stuff. She's pretty friendly. She sits out on the porch with her children and stuff, and they play in the backyard a lot.
We talked to some neighbors in the area. They didn't want to go on camera, but they do say the family did tend to keep to themselves.
Yeah, we're having this one remodeled. We bought it a couple years ago and slowly fixing it up, and have seen that they had a fire there about a month ago or so. This is much worse. The first time it just did a little bit of damage, like this back porch area here. See the melted vinyl on the side? Like by that back door? That was there before.
Nicholasville fire officials confirmed this was the second fire, saying the first was suspicious.
I was surprised. I mean, I guess maybe, I don't know if they've had an electrical issue.
According to the Jessamine Journal, Candy Savage, who lived in the house, was doing laundry when she heard a loud noise from the water heater. Firefighters say they don't believe this to be suspicious, but have yet to determine an official cause. In Jessamine County, Caitlin Sentner, WKYT.
Now, other family members are trying to raise money for those displaced. We have put a link to that fundraising page on our website. Well, it is starting to warm up nicely here in the Bluegrass this afternoon, and we've seen plenty of sunshine out there.
It feels good out there, and this trend's expected to continue through the weekend. Let's check in with WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. He's live at the Kroger in Richmond with the forecast. And Chris, you're going to help us prepare should the weather turn dangerous later this spring, right?
And you know it's going to at some point or another. We're hitting the spring severe weather season, kind of beginning to get into that now. May into early June, the peak of that across central and eastern Kentucky. So it's always a good time to think about being prepared. And with a Midland weather radio, that's one of the better ways. It will alert you whenever a watch or warning is issued for your county. We're here at Kroger in Richmond. I've got Micah. I've got Jim over here. They are programming a weather radio right now. Micah, Jim is our resident programmer, isn't he?
He's in the lead. He's 2-1 right now. So my friend came over here and he's helping me out.
2-1. Where's the one you got? Now, this is what you have to put up with when you come out here to see us tonight from 4 to 7. But they are doing a big service here. They're programming these weather radios for specifically any county that you want. You can have it only alert you for your home county, counties around you, or if you have a loved one in another county that you want to get an alert for, it will do that as well. So we're going to be here through 7 o'clock this evening. Get a discount price for these. The programming is for free if you can put up with these two. Let's get into the weather part of the program and see what is going on. Skycam right now in Lexington. Little high cloud cover showing up on that southern horizon with temperatures mainly into the mid-60s as of now. Good-looking sky all across central and eastern Kentucky with temperatures that are above normal in a few cases. So we basically go from a pattern that has been colder than normal to one that is warmer than normal, and it only gets warmer from here as we head into the coming weekend. Those temperatures this weekend may hit the 70s. Actually, they will hit the 70s. Defender Radar Network, it is calm, it is quiet, should stay that way for the better part of the next week and change. Tomorrow, one little chance for a shower or two. That's mainly across southern Kentucky. Now, when I come back in just a few minutes, we will focus on that shower chance across the south with a new hour-by-hour forecast. So, guys, I'll see you back here in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then, Chris. Thank you. One person had to be flown to the hospital after their home exploded in eastern Kentucky and caused a fire. It happened last night in Louisa in Lawrence County. Firefighters are not sure what caused the explosion, but emergency management leaders say a natural gas leak may be to blame. The explosion resulted in a fire which destroyed the home. We don't have an update on the victim's condition at this time. A new Kentucky law is giving nonviolent felony offenders a second chance.
With this new law to have a felony removed, applicants convicted of certain crimes must wait 5 years after their sentence is finished, pay $500, and get the approval of the prosecutor's office. But Lauren Adams reports some people argue it's not enough.
What these guys are going to do is coming back out of prison. I'm going to tell you, it's hard.
And Robert Hayes knows, convicted on drug charges, he was released from prison in November. Finding employment, he told a group of West Louisville community leaders, was tough.
They don't want to give you a job. They don't want to give you a chance. So, you know, and a lot of guys, they fall by the wayside and they go do what they do best. They get back into criminal activity.
There we go, awesome.
A new bill signed into law Tuesday by Governor Matt Bevin aims to change that.
This is now officially law, ladies and gentlemen.
After 5 years, some Class D felonies will now be expunged off the records of Kentuckians who have stayed out of trouble.
It is critical that there is an opportunity for redemption, that there is an opportunity for second chances, because America is a land that was founded on these principles.
But James Dixon, who spent time behind bars on drug charges, says for many, that 5 years is too long to wait for a fresh start.
5 years is a long time to wait after you done went clean.
In fact, he was in and out of the system 5 times before getting straight. He now mentors young people, believing the time to help them is before they end up in prison.
We as a whole have got to get together and penetrate the community.
Robert Hayes knows that could have made a difference in the lives of his friends and family.
A lot of my friends are dead to the streets. I lost 2 nephews to the streets.
That's why he believes changes need to start in neighborhoods, not at the Capitol. But he says,
you got to start somewhere. You know, everything don't just come overnight.
And among the felony convictions that can be removed under this law are shoplifting, theft of $500 or more, and dealing marijuana near a school. Felony convictions for crimes including murder, robbery, and some Class D felonies like human trafficking or possession of child pornography cannot be removed. Well, a French family has stumbled upon what could be an Italian masterpiece.
Yeah, they found the piece of art hidden away in their attic, and some experts believe it is worth a fortune. Willem Marks reports from London.
The pain on the man's painted face looked every bit as real as this art expert's smile. No wonder, because this lost masterpiece, believed to be the work of Italian Renaissance painter Caravaggio, could be worth $135 million. A couple in France found the painting, called Judith Beheading Holofernes, 2 years ago when they went to fix a leak in their attic.
The owners of this picture did not know of the existence of the picture, which had probably been there for 150 years.
There's still some debate over its authenticity, but this expert is convinced.
I immediately thought of Caravaggio because of the face of the Judith. I've never seen a face like this.
A series of experts trotted out to testify that the 400-year-old artwork was indeed a Caravaggio,
a 6-finger
portraying the biblical heroine Judith beheading an enemy general. And authorities in Paris apparently believe them. They've designated the Italian painting a French national treasure. Willem Marks, CBS News.
The French government is refusing to export the piece of art, saying it deserves to be kept on French territory.
Prince William and Kate get wild on their week-long tour of India. We'll take you on safari with the royals next on WKYT.
When selecting trees and shrubs for your garden, consider how much space you have, how much sun the area receives, and whether or not your soil is wet or dry. And then come see us at Springhouse Gardens. We make buying plants a walk in the park.
Hey man, who do you think Captain D was?
Captain D was actually regional semi-pro hockey captain Doug LaCour. Fueled by his voracious love of seafood, Doug would punch holes in the ice with his bare hands for a mid-practice snack.
Hey! Woo!
You're full of it.
He sure is, Paul. Full of Captain D's Southern Style Whitefish, topped with a special blend of Nashville hot seasonings for our Nashville hot fish. For full meals at just $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
Do you want to lose weight quickly and safely? Do you want to be healthy for a lifetime? Kim did and lost 238 pounds at Ageless Medical Weight Loss. Betty did and lost 135 pounds. The Ageless program is a medically supervised, affordable weight loss solution. Call today for a free consultation.
Used cars are in short supply, so I need your trade. Right now, at the all-new Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get up to $5,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for any trade. During the spring clearance event, new 2015 Jeep Renegade Sports are just $189 a month. New 2016 Ram Bighorn Crew Cab four-wheel drives are only $199 a month. And if you have a job and a valid driver's license, we want to approve you. Only at the all-new Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Enjoy 0% financing for 5 years and free TVs with your qualifying purchase at Sleep Outfitters. Get this Sealy Pillow Top Queen set with gel foam on sale now for just $4.99, plus a free TV. Save hundreds on a special purchase of Tempur-Pedic adjustable bases while they last. 0% financing for 5 years, free TVs, store-wide savings, and save hundreds on Tempur-Ergo adjustable foundations. Only at Sleep Outfitters.
You may be entitled to $1,500 for each call you've received from any company collecting a debt. Seems too good to be true, but it's the law.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on 100.1 WKQQ.
Hi, I'm Richard Weber from Springhouse Gardens. Did you know that April is one of the best times of the entire year to plant trees and shrubs? The selection is great, and the plants have plenty of time to get established before the heat of summer.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with
Hey everybody, Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey back here with you at Kroger in Richmond, and that's where we are right now. Beautiful sunny skies. Why are we taking the show on the road today? Right here, Midland Weather Alert Radios. You come here today, 4 to 7 o'clock. We're going to be here right on through the next few hours, and you get one of these discount price, $29.99 for the model that you're seeing here. But the programming of this, we're going to do absolutely free for you. Take away all that hassle. I've got Micah over here doing some well, looks like he's campaigning right now, but I've got Jim over here getting ready to program some weather radios. We've already had a lot of folks stopping by here. We hope to see you coming out here between now and 7 o'clock. So if you want a weather radio, this is the place for you to come to. All right, let's get into the weather part of this program, show you what we are talking about. Weather cam outside and across the entire region. It is sunny. High clouds are streaming on in, but what an absolutely spectacular weather day here across central and eastern Kentucky. Doesn't get a whole lot better than this. Temperatures today spiking as expected into the 60s, low and mid 60s into many areas. Mix of sun and some high clouds throughout the land. Defender Radar Network has been calm for the past couple of days, and it's going to stay that way. Hour by hour forecast has temperatures as we go into the day tomorrow, topping out mainly into the upper 60s, may flirt with 70. And there's your Defender now with nothing going on across the region. Broaden out the view. A lot of that moisture is into the deep south with rain across the Gulf of Mexico. Notice a couple of little showers, though, western Tennessee across the Ozarks. One or two of those will try to sneak into southern sections of the area tomorrow. Not going to have a whole lot of success in getting farther to the north, but we'll keep an eye on that. 3-day threat track as we go through the next few days. Again, small shower chance on your Thursday. Your Friday forecast looking good. Saturday forecast looking even better. Temperature of 70 to 75 degrees on Saturday. Here's the hour by hour that will take us toward the weekend. Temperatures out there this evening, not as cold, and as we go toward tomorrow morning, those readings will be dropping into the upper 30s to low 40s tomorrow afternoon. Notice southern Kentucky with a little more cloud cover and the potential for a shower, but most areas 65 to 70 for that high temperature. How about that Friday forecast? We'll start things out in the 40s, and we will end the day with thermometer readings that will be right around 70 degrees. One thing about the models, they're likely undercooked, as we like to call it, for those afternoon high temperatures. Out and about for your Friday evening with the readings that will be dropping mainly through the 50s. Overall, that flow, though, is coming right off the Gulf of Mexico from south to north. Let's jump to the 7-day forecast, and we can show you that by the weekend and into early next week, the 70s are back in the Bluegrass State, and that means very nice weather. You see that on the Keeneland forecast, and you're going to see that showing up in the 7-day forecast, not just for folks who are heading out to Keeneland, but across the entire region as well. Skies should stay mainly dry as it stands now through the middle of next week. Only chance for a little shower action coming up tomorrow, then maybe again late Tuesday or Wednesday. Right now, it is a fairly dry pattern that I'm looking at for the next week and change across the entire area. Doesn't mean you shouldn't get ready for the possibility of thunderstorms. You know, at some point, severe weather season is going to kick in across the Bluegrass State. That's why we're here at Kroger in Richmond to help you out with a weather alert radio. As you can see, Micah, we got Jim, both out here doing a little shake and howdy session as of now. We've had a lot of folks stopping by, guys, to pick up a weather alert radio. So come on out. We'll be here through 7 o'clock.
I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about at Whitaker Bank Ballpark today, where all kinds of new activities are happening and planned for you, plus a special event this summer. We'll tell you more about it when we return here on WKYT.
CBS Tonight, a brutal blindside, brings bad blood.
We're going to take the machete and axe.
And bad behavior.
Julia swoops over there with the guys pretty quickly.
She's playing both sides. Sometimes the guy in the middle of the road gets run over.
New Survivor, CBS Tonight, or stream it live or on demand.
If anyone can clean up Oscar Madison, it's Felix Unger.
Take your feet off of the coffee table and for God's sake, use coasters.
A new Odd Couple, CBS Thursday after Big Bang.
Dare to compare LG's new OLED TV, $19.99 at Best Buy, just $16.49 at PRAS. Save $149 over Home Depot on this Amana refrigerator, plus free gift cards up to $500.
Nobody beats PRAS.
If you have arthritic knee pain that's stopping you from enjoying life, this new information about osteo relief could be for you. Specially trained local doctors are now using advanced medical science to finally make headway for people suffering from knee arthritis pain. It may even be for those who suffer from bone on bone and are considering knee replacement surgery. Are you one of the millions of Americans who have difficulty with simple everyday tasks, rising from a chair, walking, climbing stairs without using the handrail? If so, the Osteo Relief method utilizes cutting-edge video motion imaging. With this imaging, these doctors can precisely guide an FDA-approved cushioning gel to relieve pain and help heal your knees. This innovative procedure is covered by Medicare and most major insurance if you qualify. And you'll be walking out in as little as 15 minutes. For a limited time, these specially trained doctors are offering a risk-free screening. Call to schedule your knee relief screening today.
Can you help me figure out what to plant in my front yard to help our curb appeal?
Sorry, I just started working here last week, so I'm not sure. Hey, can you help her find some plants?
Sorry, kid. I work in the plumbing department.
Can you help me figure out what to plant to help our curb appeal?
Piece of cake. First, you need a few dwarf boxwoods over there. Supplement those with a crate. Take your curb appeal to the next level. At King's Gardens, we share your passion for plants.
Get your car looking brand new again at Jeff's Car Wash, voted best in Lexington 20 years in a row. With plenty of options for any budget, Jeff's gives you the best car wash in town. Get wax and tire magic for just $12 with our exterior wash and go.
Hey America, I'm getting fired up for Golden Corral's new Fired Up Favorites. It's endless ribs, wings, and tenders, and bold new flavors like habanero, sriracha, garlic parmesan, and classic buffalo. Fired Up Favorites only at Golden Corral.
Dare to compare. Central Kentucky's largest selection of buy one, get one free recliners. As low as $2.99. Certa Perfect Sleeper Pillow Top Queen Set, $9.99. Free gift cards up to $500. 5 years, zero interest and more.
Nobody beats PRAS.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on Mix 94.5.
Whitaker Bank Ballpark is a place where many of us in this community gather to cheer on our Lexington Legends team.
But did you know that along with baseball, many other events and activities take place at the venue? Deanne Stevens is out and about at the ballpark with all the fun today. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. We are here at Whitaker Bank Ballpark where they've had a whole lot of fun today. It's been like education day for the kiddos, all kinds of school groups. It's kind of funny when the mom ends up being on a work field trip and the kid does too. Kennedy's like, Mom, come over here.
I know. We've got something for everyone here. It's perfect.
It's so true. We are here, Andy Shea, in the all-new bullpen deck. What is this area here at Whitaker Bank?
It's amazing. It's 6 days old, and it's for anyone and everyone. It's just a great, beautiful patio that's just to hang out, socialize, watch the game. I mean, I don't know if there's a better spot in the house to watch the game and hang out with your buddies.
Well, especially when the sun is shining, temperatures are okay today, so it makes for a nice trip out to the ballpark. We talked a little bit earlier the many different activities that folks can enjoy here that they don't even know. You can be a part of the suite. Folks can rent suite. You guys do birthday parties, so many different work outings.
Absolutely. Corporate outings, and then to a couple people. We've got bleacher tickets. We have lawn seats. We've got an upgraded great kids area. So there really is a little bit for everyone here.
Okay, and this is what's for you, a huge event that is happening here this summer. Something called Red, White, and Boom. Amazing artist that this guy right here has had a huge hand in putting together. Michael Jordan is with us, iHeartMedia. Michael, Red, White, and Boom. The sign is finally up and tickets on sale.
Tickets are on sale now. We've got great acts, Jason Aldean, Eric Church, Florida Georgia Line, Cole Swindell, Thomas Rhett, the list goes on and on. We've got 6 more artists to announce. Yeah. But the really exciting thing is that we've worked with the legends to be able to come up with a payment plan. So literally you're going to be able to make a payment that it just drafts on your credit card once a month. So it's not as big of a hit all at once. And that was one of the things that people said, hey, you know, if there's a way that I could pay for this over time. So we've set it up so you can get those right now, LexingtonLegends.com, or get more information on the event at redwhiteandboom.com.
Now this is just not just a one-night concert. It's 3 days of it, right?
It's a 3-day music festival. Lexington's never had anything like this. Central Kentucky's never had anything like this. Red, White, and Boom has always been big in the past, but never to this level of artist. It's going to be a very fun weekend in Lexington, and we've got a few surprises planned too.
I was going to say, am I allowed to ask when the next artists are going to be announced? Not that we don't already have enough huge artists, but you got more coming down, right?
You're always pushing me for answers, Dee.
Right?
Jeez. Let's hear 6 more acts, probably first part of May is when we're going to announce it, right after Derby.
Well, super excited. Don't forget to get your tickets, find out more about that payment plan, and find out more about what all Whitaker Bank Ballpark has to offer. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys.
Deanne, thank you. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge boarded a Jeep into the wilds of India during their royal tour. Prince William and his wife Kate spent several hours trekking across dirt tracks, tall grasslands, and thick forests at a national park that's home to rare one-horned rhinos and swamp deer. The safari was meant to draw attention to the plight of endangered animals. Today, the couple is set to visit a discovery center built by an elephant family, a charity founded by the brother of Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, who is married to Prince Charles.
It is a dog-eat-dog world. One woman is carving out a niche by catering to man's best friend.
Get ready for spring with Perspectives. Turn your deck into a showpiece with one of our premium finishes. From cleaning to staining and painting, we have the tools and products to get your house looking brand new. Our specialists will show you the entire procedure, including prep, cleaning, product selection, application, and maintenance tips. Visit Perspectives, located off Southland Drive behind Winchell's.
These little guys, they represent blood cells. And if you have AFib, an irregular heartbeat that may put you at 5 times greater risk of stroke, they can pool together in the heart, forming a clot that can break free and travel upstream to the brain, where it can block blood flow and cause a stroke. But if you have AFib that's not caused by a heart valve problem, Pradaxa can help stop clots from forming. Pradaxa was even proven superior to warfarin at reducing the risk of stroke in a clinical trial without the need for regular blood tests. And in the rare event of an emergency, Pradaxa is the only oral blood thinner other than warfarin with a specific reversal treatment to help your body clot normally again.
Pradaxa is not for people who have had a heart valve replacement. Don't stop taking Pradaxa without talking to your doctor. Stopping increases your risk of stroke or blood clots. Ask your doctor if you need to stop Pradaxa before any planned medical or dental procedure. Pradaxa can cause serious and sometimes fatal bleeding. Don't take Pradaxa if you have abnormal bleeding, and seek immediate medical care for unexpected signs of bleeding like unusual bruising. Pradaxa may increase your bleeding risk if you're 75 or older, have kidney problems, stomach ulcers, a bleeding condition, or take certain medicines. Side effects with Pradaxa can include indigestion, stomach pain, upset, or burning.
Don't just go with the flow. Go with Pradaxa, the only blood thinner that lowers your risk of stroke better than warfarin and has a specific reversal treatment. Talk to your doctor about Pradaxa today.
Flooring Gallery, your home's best friend.
The Flooring Gallery's warehouse sale means huge savings for you this Friday and Saturday starting at 9 a.m. Find unbelievable values like ceramic tiles starting at 49 cents a square foot, laminate as low as 88 cents a square foot, and carpet remnants starting at $10. Shop early and bring your measurements for best selection during this 2-day sale. You can only experience these savings at our Bryant Road location next to Ashley Furniture.
The Flooring Gallery, your home's best friend.
I was out at Keeneland today for the Horses and Hope event out there. A lot of women, a lot of breast cancer survivors. They all looked fabulous in their pink, and they were so excited to have some sunshine and a beautiful day at the track.
Oh, great place to be. Well, Chris Bailey, speaking about being outside, he's at the Kroger in Richmond enjoying this beautiful weather, and he also has some special help. You have 2 assistants, right?
I do. Well, you know what? I don't know that I can call them help, but they are here. That would be Micah and Jim. Actually, they are. They're programming weather radios right now. Folks are coming by here. We've had a tremendous turnout so far. We're going to be here through 7 o'clock. It is Kroger on Richmond Road. And what you're seeing now, Mike is programming a weather radio, and we can program those specifically for whatever county you live in or what you want. Why is that a big deal? It's because it alone will only alert you to the counties that you want warnings for. So that's what we have. A quick look outside. Beautiful conditions right now. And we're seeing the sunny skies, temperatures in the 60s across the entire area. And we're going to warm it up into the 70s by the time the weekend rolls around. Kroger in Richmond, that is where we are right now. So come on out and see us here in Madison County. You know what? We're here through 7 o'clock. So even if you're an hour or so away from Richmond, come on and see us. Let's get a check on traffic now. Here's Officer Don.
Well, the biggest problem we've had this afternoon is the collision on the interstate on I-64 West near 75. Now, for now, traffic on 64 West being diverted to the right shoulder underneath the bridge. Because of that collision, I-64 East is open, and 75 North is open, but it's moving slowly. There's also a crash on the inner loop of New Circle at Georgetown. That's an entry collision. These wrecks aren't affecting our drive times, but headed toward Paris, still okay. Also, 75 toward Richmond across the Clay Ferry Bridge is about normal. Now back here in the studio.
A special tug of war and a special food truck that doesn't cater to people. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
Here's something you may have never seen before. It's an old-fashioned tug of war. On one side, employees for United Airlines, and on the other, a 737 passenger plane. The test of strength took place yesterday at Houston's Bush Intercontinental Airport. The unusual event was held to raise money for the March of Dimes Foundation, a nonprofit organization that works to improve the health of pregnant women and their babies. As you can see, the employees were successful in pulling the plane.
There's a food truck in downtown Seattle that is literally gone to the dogs. The Seattle Barkery caters to canines and their owners in the Seattle area dog parks, office building parking lots, farmers markets, and private events. The owner unleashed some popular items that include bacon cupcakes, mini cheesy donuts, pumpkin pretzels, and peanut butter cookies.
All of our treats are soft. All of our treats aren't, filled with things that you can't pronounce.
The business has been rough, but Ford says Seattle's dog-friendly reputation and well-established food truck scene has made for a positive experience. Those doggies love it, I bet.
Spoil them a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching here at 4:30, though. Much more to come now at 5 o'clock. Stay with us on WKYT.